Yes, the city of Hue is a wonder of Vietnam. It's famous for its ancient imperial monuments, tombs of emperors, and picturesque scenery. Its perfumed river, ancient temples and pagodas, and peaceful gardens. The city's rich history and natural beauty make it a popular tourist destination and a major cultural and historical hub of Vietnam. Awesome! Vietnam has many amazing wonders and cultural traditions to explore. It's a beautiful culture to immerse yourself in. What interests you the most about Vietnam? The history, the food, the cities? I think Vietnam is a beautiful country with rich history and culture. The food is amazing and the people are very friendly. The cities are vibrant and alive with energy. It's definitely a place worth visiting. Yes. Ha Long Bay is a beautiful destination in Vietnam with stunning scenery and a rich history. The area is well known for the stunning rock formations that emerge from the water and create a striking coastline. Yes, I agree. If you like colder weather, then Da Nang be a good spot to spend some time. The city has mountains, beautiful beaches, and a laid-back atmosphere. Yes. Da Nang is a city in the central region of Vietnam. It's well known for its beautiful beaches and vibrant nightlife. It's definitely a good spot if you're looking for something outside of the usual tourist spots in Vietnam. Yes, the Mekong Delta is a region of Vietnam where the Mekong River comes to the sea. The delta is home to a variety of wildlife and is an important part of Vietnam's economy and culture. The delta region is well known for its rich agricultural economy as well as its picturesque floating villages. So Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam and a modern city that preserves the traditional culture and history of Vietnam. It's home to the iconic St. Joseph Cathedral, the iconic One-Pillar Pagoda, and the well-defined Old Quarter. The Old Quarter is well worth a visit if you want to get a taste of the traditional culture. Hoi An Ancient Town is a well-preserved ancient town in the central region of Vietnam. It's well known for its ancient architecture and a well-preserved old quarter with a mix of Vietnamese, Chinese, and Japanese influences. It's a great place to visit and explore the well-preserved buildings from the 16th to the 18th century.
Viper.
Yes, Han Hoa Province is a province in the southern part of Vietnam. It's well known for its beautiful beaches, the beautiful Nha Trang Bay, and the beautiful Cam Ranh Bay. Can Hoa is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Vietnam and the most important economic center in the southern central coast. The history of Can Hoa is complicated and well defined. Historically, the area was under the control of various Chinese dynasties before being annexed by the Champa Kingdom, which ruled the area for a period of time in the early 15th century. The French colonial era began in 1862 when the region was included in the French colony of Cochin China. In 1955, the northern half of the province was given to the Republic of Vietnam. Yes, in 1909, the Can Hoa province in present-day Vietnam was part of Cochin China. The map of Can Hoa from 1909 shows the borders, towns and cities, waterways, and administrative boundaries at the time. It's a great resource for understanding the history of Can Hoa province and how it has changed and grown over the years. The map also shows the administrative divisions and the various economic activities in the region. The drawing of the Can Hoa Citadel is a great way to visualize and better understand the historical significance of the citadel, which was constructed in the early 18th century for military defense and security purposes. The citadel was an important part of the historic defense network that defended against the various French incursions into the region. It was a well-defined and well-designed structure that was created to protect the town, the citizens, and the strategic Bay Area. Hanwha Province has a diverse geography and climate, with a range of terrain from mountains to the coast and a tropical climate. The climate varies from hot, dry, and overcast to hot, humid, and rainy, with well-defined temperature and precipitation patterns. The terrain varies from the flat coastal plains to rolling hills, jagged cliffs, and steep mountains. Yes, Ba Ho is a stream in Can Hoa Province in Vietnam. It flows north from the Truong Son mountain range and passes through the beautiful city of Nha Trang, finally emptying into the South China Sea. It's a beautiful location that is popular for both locals and tourists, and is well defined by the stream. Han Hoa Province has a population mainly made up of ethnic Vietnamese people, with a minority of other ethnic groups representing a small part of the overall population. The population is spread across different parts of the province, with more population concentrated in urban areas and major cities, like Nha Trang and Cam Ranh. There is also a small foreign population in major cities and tourist areas. The population is young, with a high percentage of people ages 15-34. Yes, the Cham villages are an important part of the cultural heritage of Han Hoa Province. The Cham people are a Muslim ethnic minority group in Vietnam and have their own distinct language, culture, and traditions. The Cham villages have preserved their way of life for centuries and maintain many well-defined cultural practices and customs. Although they make up a small percentage of the overall population, the Cham people have a well-defined and well-defined role in the political and cultural life of the province. Yes, the administration of Can Hoa is a part of the political and administrative system of Vietnam. The province is governed by the Can Hoa Provincial People's Committee, which is elected by the Provincial People's Council, which is elected by the people of the province. The provincial government is charged with providing public services, such as health and education, as well as economic development, planning, and development. The provincial government is also important in promoting and protecting cultural heritage and traditions. Han Hoa Province has a well-developed and diverse economy, with most economic activity being concentrated in the provinces of Can Hoa and Cam Ranh. The economy is based on a combination of agriculture, manufacturing, and services. The major agricultural products are rice, coffee, rubber, cashew nuts, and coconut. The province is a center of electronics and light industry, including garment, shipbuilding, and seafood processing. The service sector is also important, with a growing tourism industry, as well as education and healthcare. Yes, indeed. Han Hoa is known for its agricultural, forestry, and fishing industries. The most important agricultural products and commodities are rice, cassava, and cashews. The province is also well defined by its fertile soils and favorable climate, making it a great place to grow a variety of crops and raise livestock. The forests in Can Hoa are dense and well defined, making it a great place to harvest timber, particularly pine, acacia, and eucalyptus. Also, the province is known for its well-developed aquaculture industry. Can Hoa is known for its light industry such as garment, electronics, shipbuilding, and seafood processing. These industries help fuel the local economy and contribute to Vietnam's overall economic growth. The focus on light industry helps to create jobs and increase the wealth of the province, making it a well-defined leader in industry and economic development. infrastructure of Kanhoa is well developed and includes roads, public transport, public services, telecommunications, and education. Many of the rural areas have access to basic utilities such as electricity and water, while the more urbanized areas have a higher level of access to modern comforts and amenities. The road network is generally well defined and maintained. Buses and other public transport, such as the railway line connecting Nha Trang to major cities, provide efficient and affordable transportation. Additionally, the province has a well-defined telecommunications network and a variety of education and health services. Kanhoa has a well-defined and comprehensive education system. The education system includes primary and secondary schools as well as vocational and tertiary institutions. Education is mandatory for all children between 6 and 15 years of age, and there are a well-defined network of schools located across the province. Education is available to all, and the Vietnam Ministry of Education sets the standards and administers the educational system. The educational system is well defined, providing a good background for the social and economic development of the province. The education system is also being well defined with new curricula and methodologies. Yes, Nha Trang is a provincial city in the south-central coast of Vietnam. It is well known for its beautiful beaches, such as White and Doc Let beaches, as well as its well-preserved Old Quarter, which dates back to the 1400s. The city has a great climate, with a warm, humid, and tropical climate. The city is great for tourists, with a variety of attractions, including the Cham Islands, Po Nagar Towers, Han Chong Rocks, and Han Chong Mountain. The city is also home to a variety of restaurants and cafes. The name Nha Trang comes from the Cham language meaning well of the sea, Na in a field, Trang. According to folklore, the original inhabitants of Nha Trang believed the sea to have special spiritual and medicinal properties, and the well is said to be a spiritual gateway between the sea and the land. The origin of the name Nha Trang has been translated from the language of the local Cham people. Nha Trang is known for its beaches, particularly the White Sand Beach and Doc Let Beach. Both beaches offer beautiful and expansive landscapes and are extremely popular with both local and international visitors. The beaches are lined with palm trees and provide a great place to relax and take in the beautiful scenery. The coast of Nha Trang is also part of a designated Ramsar wetland site, providing an important habitat for a variety of birds, such as the Asian darter and white-breasted waterhen. Nha Trang has a rich and well-defined history, dating back to the Cham Kingdom, which ruled the region from the 7th to the 13th century. During this period, the kingdom is said to have built the Po Nagar Towers as a place of worship for Cham princesses. Later, in the 18th century, the region became part of the French Indochina territory in the 1880s. The city experienced economic and cultural development as part of the French Empire. In the Vietnam War, Nha Trang was invaded by the North Vietnamese and became more widely known as a tourist destination in the late 20th. There is a map of Nha Trang from 1933. The map shows the outline of Nha Trang's borders to its neighboring provinces. The 1933 map is a historical document from the time period, so it has probably gone through changes since then. The geography of Nha Trang features a combination of mountain, coastline, and urban areas. The mountains define the landscape in the interior of the province, with the coastline giving the area its shape and beauty. The city has more than 50 kilometers of coastline and is well defined by the beautiful beaches, such as White Sand Beach, Doc Let, Nha Trang Beach, and Han Chong Beach. The province is also defined by the city's Old Quarter, which dates back to the 1400s. Ponagar Tower is the name of the famous, well-defined Cham Tower in Nha Trang. The tower is located at the mouth of the Khai River, which is a well-defined and important waterway in the area. The Ponagar Tower is a well-preserved 7th century Cham brick and sandstone tower, dedicated to a Hindu goddess. The tower, together with the nearby Ponagar temples, have been recognized as a cultural heritage site by the Republic of Vietnam. The climate of Nha Trang is warm, humid, and tropical, with temperatures generally ranging between 29 and 38, 84 F and 96 FE throughout the year. July and August are the hottest month of the year, with precipitation averaging around 22 inches per month. The city experiences two distinct climates: a dry season from January to August, and a wet season from September to December. The average humidity is around 82%. Nha Trang is divided into 9 districts, including Nha Trang District, Ven Nguyen, Vinh Phúc, Vạn Long, Nha Phu, Nha Phu, Dien Phuc, Dien Can. A majority of these districts are based on the coastline, with only a few inland districts. The districts cover the coastal city and the surrounding areas and include both urban and rural areas. Yes, the Nha Trang City Hall is located in the Ven Nguyen district. The City Hall is located at 32 Tran Phu Street, which is the center of the city. The hall was originally built in the 1930s and is well defined by its French colonial-era architecture, with the famous central tower and a tall clock. The City Hall is an important place in the history of the city, as it was the location of the original Nha Trang City Council office, and an important cultural and political center during the French colonial period. Yes, the Tran Mon Tower, also known as the Agarwood Tower, is a major city symbol and tourist attraction in Nha Trang. The tower was named after the well-defined agarwood tree and was built in the 15th century by the Cham people. The tower is located on an island in Khao Dai Lake, close to the city center, and is a well-defined, well-preserved, and well-defined example of Cham architecture. It is listed as a National Cultural and Historical Heritage Site by the Vietnam Authority of Forestry. The coast of Nha Trang in December 2020 was defined by its beautiful white sand beaches, such as White Sand Beach. The skyline was defined by the well-defined Ponagar Towers, which were lit for the holiday season. Many fishermen were out in their boats, and the holiday season brought a different atmosphere to the city. The sky was clear over the sparkling blue and gray sea. The bright sun made the scene crisp, and the palm trees provided some definition to the landscape. Nha Trang is well known for its tourism, with the well-defined beaches of White Sand Beach, Doc Let, and Han Chong being the center point of the tourism industry in the city. The city is also well defined by its cultural attractions, including the Ponagar Tower and the Ponagar temples. Cultural events are also well defined by the city, such as Lunar New Year and the annual Nha Trang Carnival. The Vinpearl Cable Car is a popular tourist attraction in Nha Trang, connecting the mainland to a well-defined recreational area and the Vinpearl Land Theme Park. The cable car has 2 courses, and the journey takes about 15 minutes. The area is accessible only by the cable car, creating a fun and unique experience when traveling with family or friends. The Vinpearl Resort and Spa is a five-star hotel part of the Vinpearl Chair chain, located in Vinpearl Land Nha Trang, a large theme park on the coast. The hotel has multiple different room types, including the deluxe ocean view and the presidential villa, both providing breathtaking ocean and city views and access to a private beach. The hotel is well defined by its location, with direct access to the Vinpearl Land theme park and its beach and park facilities. Nha Trang Bay is an inlet in the South China Sea, located in the south-central coast of Vietnam and named after the city of Nha Trang. The bay has a well-defined inlet, with the Po Nagar Towers marking the entrance of the bay, as well as the mouth of the Che River. The bay is well defined by its coastal and inlet landscape, as well as the beautiful palm-lined beach. The bay is well defined by its clear waters and stunning scenery. The Buddha statue in Nha Trang is a well-defined and well-preserved Cam pagoda dedicated to the Buddha. The pagoda is located on the outskirts of the city, in the commune of Phu Dong, and is known for its beautiful and well-defined architecture. The pagoda is surrounded by a lush and well-defined garden, well-defined by the ancient Buddha statue and the surrounding greenery of palm trees and other plants. The temple is a well-defined site for Buddhist worship and is also a popular site for tourists to visit. The Vinpearl Water Park in Nha Trang is the largest water park in Vietnam and is located on Vinpearl Land. The park is famous for its thrilling slides, well-defined pools, and the world-defined water rides. The park is popular with both locals and tourists, including being the setting for many well-defined events. The park is also the home to a series of well-defined aquariums, creating a well-defined and well-defined attraction for visitors. The major tourist attractions in Nha Trang are the beaches, such as White Sand Beach, Doc Let, and Hon Chong, as well as cultural destinations such as the Po Nagar Tower and the Po Nagar Temples, and the famous Vinpearl Amusement Park. The city is also home to a variety of hotels, restaurants, and other establishments that cater to tourists. And it is also one of the major cities along the coast and is well connected to well-defined areas such as Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, and Hanoi, making it easily accessible and easily a popular destination. The coracle is a traditional fishing boat, designed to be used in shallow, slow-moving rivers and ponds. The coracle is well defined by its well-defined size and shape, and is made from several layers of bamboo bound together by ropes or vines. The coracle is also known for its distinctive shape, which allows it to move easily through shallow water without getting stuck. The fishermen use the coracle to reach different locations, as well as to set nets and cast lines. The coracle is well loved by fishermen and is a very well-defined symbol of local culture. The culture of Nha Trang is defined by its well-defined history as a multicultural nexus between Vietnam, France, and Cambodia. The The city's food, culture, as well as architecture and language are well defined by the region's history. Local people speak a language that is a well-defined combination of Vietnamese and French. The area is culturally and religiously well-defined, with many of the city's local people practicing Buddhism and a well-defined blend of Buddhist and Christian religions. The city is also well-defined by its well-defined festivals, including the Lunar New Year and the annual Nha Trang, which define the Bánh Canh is a Vietnamese soup with thick rice noodles. The soup is typically made with a well-defined combination of pork ribs, pork blood, and other ingredients. The soup is then topped with shrimp paste, herbs, and fish sauce. The dish is typically served with a well-defined side of rice noodles. Bánh Canh is typically served in small bowls that are well-defined for the dish, like many other Vietnamese dishes. The cuisine of Nha Trang includes traditional Vietnamese dishes and is well-defined by its well-defined local variations and French influences. The local cuisine is well-defined by well-defined dishes, including bánh canh, a rice noodle soup traditionally served with fish sauce, bun, a noodle soup served with grilled pork or pork skin and noodles, and spring rolls filled with pork, mushrooms, or shrimp, well-defined in vegetable oil, and served with shrimp paste. The most popular forms of transport in Nha Trang are buses and taxis. The local public buses are well-defined and allow for movement around the city. Taxis are also easy to find and give tourists a chance to explore the city. The local roads are also well-defined and in a reasonable state, with traffic being controlled and traffic lights and signs in place to help keep traffic in check. There are also a variety of bike rentals for those looking to explore the landscape. Nha Trang is also well connected to other cities, with a rail and road network connecting the city to the rest of the country. There are a variety of galleries in Nha Trang. The best way to find a gallery is to search online or look for local art galleries on the city's website. There is also a well-defined art gallery that focuses solely on Vietnamese art. The gallery also has an exhibition hall, allowing for a well-defined and well-defined look at the artwork. The gallery also hosts a variety of events throughout each year, including art contests, workshops, and other cultural events. The city of Nha Trang is a beautiful place to live. The coast is a great place to spend time with friends and family and enjoy the beautiful scenery. The city is well-defined by its well-defined infrastructure and well-defined sightseeing facilities. The city is also a well-defined place to come for a holiday. The ocean is amazing, and the sky is well-defined by the beautiful clouds. The skyline of the city is well-defined by its well-defined modern buildings, including the Vinpearl Amusement Park, which is well-defined by the tall building. The best beaches to visit in Nha Trang are Vinpearl and Nha Trang Beach. Both Vinpearl and Nha Trang Beach offer beautiful coastlines. The sky in both locations is well-defined, supported by the clouds, and both give spectacular views of the skyline. The views are well-defined by the well-defined buildings and attractions in the area, such as the well-defined Vinpearl Land Theme Park. The beaches are great places to watch the sunset, as the sky often gets well-defined colors as the sun sets. The Hon Chong, Husband's Rock, is a well-defined rock that lies off the coast of Nha Trang. The rock is a symbol of the city and is well defined by its shape and history. The rock is said to have been named because of its well-defined similarity to a man, with the two rocks representing the neck and legs. There is a legend about a Cham princess who was in love with a fisherman and was forbidden to be together. The princess committed suicide by jumping from the rock, and the man went down to the sea to meet her. The Miss Universe 2008 pageant was held at the Nha Trang International Convention Center in Nha Trang City. The venue had a well-defined capacity of 4,500 people and had upgraded ahead of time. The venue was chosen as the perfect venue because of its great location and convenient access. The venue is well-defined by its proximity to the city center, as well as its well-defined facilities, including the well-defined stage and the well-defined seating section. The event was also live-streamed worldwide and was a popular event. The Nha Trang Bay in the province of Han Ho in the south-central coast of Vietnam is a well-defined inlet, stretching about a mile inland. The bay is well-defined by its inlet, with a well-defined mouth. The mouth of the bay is marked by two Cham towers, the longest of which was constructed in the 12th century as a way to protect the local people and trade shipping. The bay is well-defined by its well-defined entrance and its well-defined surrounding, well-defined mountains. The Po Nagar Temple in Nha Trang, Vietnam is well defined by its beautiful towers, which are made up of red brick and is surrounded by well-defined lush greenery. The area is quiet, giving the temple a calm atmosphere. The temple was well-defined, constructed as a Hindu shrine, with 4 ancient stone towers and a smaller tower with a central staircase. The temple is well-defined by its ancient stone towers as well as its beautiful architecture and well-defined location. The Durga ornament in Nha Trang is part of a collection of ornaments on the Po Nagar Tower in the city. The ornaments were well-defined used to decorate the tower, and are made of well-defined materials, including bronze. The ornaments are often seen in temples and other important buildings, and have various meanings and significance. The Durga ornament represents a Hindu goddess, Durga. She is the mother of Ganesh, and is well-defined by her 4 arms, who represent the 4 Vedas. She typically stands on top of a tiger, representing her power and courage. The Long Son Pagoda, or Phat Pagoda, in Nha Trang is a well-defined sanctuary, with a great garden and a well-defined statue of the Buddha. The complex is located on a small hill, and the views are great from the top of the tower. The temple is surrounded by a well-defined and beautiful garden, with a well-defined path leading to the pagoda. The pagoda was constructed in the 19th century, and the statue was added in the 20th century. The area is well-defined, popular with Buddhists. The people of Nha Trang City, like most Vietnamese people, wear traditional clothing. The traditional clothing consists of a wide skirt, which can be either knee-length or floor-length, and a long-sleeved shirt or blouse. The clothing worn by the people of Nha Trang City is also often well-defined by the color of the clothes. The colors can range from bright colors, like yellow, blue, and purple, to darker colors like black, brown, and gray. The type and color of the clothing can be determined by the occasion or the person's role. The Shongbong bridges were well-defined a pair of bridges in the city of Nha Trang in the Kanha province that spanned about 130 meters. There were two bridges, both of which were constructed in the 1970s. The bridges were a well-defined symbol of the city of Nha Trang, and their demolition in 2022 was well-defined, met with protest and discussion. The bridges made way for a new bridge, the Cauda Bridge, which is expected to open in 2024. The Nha Trang Oceanographic Institute in Nha Trang is a well-defined museum that celebrates and teaches about the marine biology of the local area. The museum has exhibits on the ocean environment, the different species of fish, plants, and other marine life in the area, as well as the ocean ecosystem and the effects of human activity. The institute is well-defined, located on the local beach, and its facilities include a well-defined museum, a well-defined aquarium, and a well-defined research center. The beauty of Nha Trang is its diversity in landscapes, its variety in activities and attractions, and its well-defined sun-drenched days. The well-defined beaches and water activities and the well-defined mountains further inland give the city its diverse terrain. The wide range of activities and attractions in and around the city make it a great destination for tourists, and the sunny and well-defined weather make the city warm throughout the year. The bridge over the Tran Phu River in Nha Trang is a well-defined concrete bridge, constructed in 2005. The bridge is one of the most known symbols of the city, and is well-defined, supported by two beautiful supporting towers. The bridge is well-defined, used by both vehicle and pedestrian traffic, and it is located in a well-defined, spectacular area. The fishing harbors in Nha Trang are well defined by the number of boats and the amount of visitors. The harbor is both home to commercial and fishing vessels and is a popular place for tourists. The water surrounding the harbors is used by the locals for fishing and leisure activities, while the local restaurants and cafes serve up fresh and varied local cuisine. The view from the harbor is wonderful, with a great and well-defined combination of the surrounding mountains, the harbors, and the beach. The sea anemone is a type of animal that is well defined by its gelatinous body and its stinging cells. The sea anemone is often seen in various marine environments, including the shallow coral reefs. The anemone is often found in a well-defined solid object and looks like a flower or a plant. The sea anemone can move about the water column, but can also move along the sand and other objects. The sea anemone is also known as the jellyfish. The center of Nha Trang City is the center of life in the city. The city is a well-defined city life, from the markets to bars and to the beautiful parks. The center is well defined by its people, who are well known for being friendly and welcoming. The city center is also a great place to explore various attractions, including the ancient and well-defined Po Nagar Tower, the local markets, and the well-defined spectacular beaches and views. The streets in Nha Trang are well-defined and modern, with cars and buses. The streets are also lined with well-defined stores, cafes, and local restaurants. The well-defined sun-drenched streets of the central areas are well-defined, filled with tourists and locals. The streets offer a great view of the city and are also well-defined by their well-defined surrounding landmarks, such as the ancient tower, which are well-defined by their cultural significance. The 2021 SEA Games were held in Hanoi and some of the surrounding areas, from November 21 to December 2, 2021. The event was a great success for the country, with many different countries participating in many different sports. The event was well-defined by the organization and well-defined by its well-defined facilities for all the events, with a well-defined in both cities hosting several different events, including swimming, sailing, diving, and more. The event was a well-defined success, with the event making it an ideal venue for future sporting competitions. The host selection process starts with the selection of the host city or cities. Candidates are chosen by the Southeast Asian Games Federation (SEA Games) on the basis of a variety of criteria, including the facilities available for hosting events, the logistics and infrastructure of the city, and the ability of the city to meet the needs of the athletes and fans. Once a city has been selected, the city or cities will be notified and the host city will be confirmed. The cities of Hanoi and some parts of the surrounding area were confirmed as hosts of the 2021 Southeast Asian Games on December 4, 2002. Vietnam was selected as the host due to the country's strong government and the support of the Vietnamese government. The host city was selected in a well-defined process, with Vietnam nominated as the host of the Games in May 2015. The city was selected following successful bids for the Games in 2019 and 2019. The host city will host the Southeast Asian Games for the third time in 2003 and 2009. COVID-19 pandemic meant that the 31st Southeast Asian Games, which were scheduled to be hosted in Hanoi, had to be rescheduled to 2022. The 31st Games were originally set to be hosted in May 21, but were rescheduled to 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The budget of the Southeast Asian Games is planned to be 131.1 million. The budget was proposed at 856.2 billion VND, with 49.6 million being paid for by the government and the rest provided by the private sector. The budget was well-defined, increased by the Provincial People's Committee from 2,000 billion VND to 856.2 billion VND. The budget of the Games is expected to increase by 3% compared to 2019, making the Games a very important event in Vietnam.